Good evening, friends. I know it's a late one. I know. Um, but I'm a bit of a night owl anyway, so I don't mind. Uh, and uh, and I just love hanging out with you guys. I hope everybody had a wonderful Wednesday. Uh, it's great to see everybody. What's up, Benny? Rhonda G, Cherry, Platform Boots, Petty Patty, Chastity Hicks, Katrina, Nicole Marie, Cup of Crime with Dippy. Okay. Margot, Kelly Green. Yeah. So some of you may remember, some of you have not because you didn't unsubscribe from me. But some of you remember a couple months back. Uh, what's up, Helen? Rachel. A couple months back, uh, Ryan Upchurch, who I didn't know who he was until this. Because I'm a boomer. I mean, technically not. Technically, I'm Gen X, but um, so I didn't even know who this dude was. I just saw that he had a lot of a very large following, and uh, I I went over his video that he did on Summer Wells, and it was clear that he had not done any research or anything like that. And especially he didn't see the press conference where um, he didn't see the press conference where they instructed people to not spread misinformation. Law enforcement not asked us to not spread misinformation because it will make finding Summer that much more difficult. Um, and I got a lot of backlash for that. I got a lot of backlash. I lost like over 100 subs, just like that. It was crazy, and all that really did was prove my point. Is if somebody just blindly follows somebody because they're fans of them, and I get that. I'm not trying to say I'm not saying he's not a talented musician. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't watch the guy. That's not the type of music that I listen to. But from what I'm told, he has a lot of talent, which is fine. That's great. But that doesn't make it okay for him to use his platform so irresponsibly, was the point that I was simply trying to make. Even like Crude got a bunch of backlash for it. Toast got a bunch of backlash for it. And it was just like, why is he exempt from, like I literally got comments like, man, like I understand calling out Dolly and Betty and blah, 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 but not Ryan Upchurch. He's great. Like, wait a minute. If he's doing the same thing, now this isn't somebody that I believe was trying to grift and exploit Summer. It's not the same thing. I don't believe that that's exactly what he was trying to do. I did it first. I kind of did. I felt like he was just jumping on a bandwagon, and but he doesn't really need to do that. And I'm more convinced that he wasn't so much. He just doesn't know how to approach a crime case in a responsible manner because he'd never done it before. I realized that later. And so when so he got all upset, that we called him out on it, and 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 he did a video and asking us, well, why don't we teach him and blah blah blah. Okay, well, figure it out. I still stand by that statement. You're a grown man. But he releases another video. He talks about Summer again very recently. And I'm going to go ahead and play that real quick.
Bringing mama some flowers and some Krispy Kreme donuts. You know what it is. Does anybody up there still buy and read the local paper? I do. I love it. What up, Skins? Good morning. I'm about to head to the corner store and get some milk for Biffy before she wakes up for cereal. But here's the thing. When there's no new information or nothing news going on, I'm not going to talk about the same thing over and over. Not only that, some of you people who follow the Summer Wells case, you're making it worse because you're making it where people who actually search for factual information are not wanting to make the videos about it because y'all are so attacking towards people. Like, I had people being like, why haven't you spoke Summer's name today? What are you saying? Like, somebody actually said that to me. Like, why haven't you spoken her name today? You do realize you're coming off as a crazy. I had a bunch of comments coming in, like with rolling eyeballs, being like, why haven't you made another video? Because there's no new information. Another thing, milking this for your own good. Listen, I know about tarot cards. I can read tarot cards. Okay? Like I've been around tarot cards my entire life. Being like the cards told me exactly what happened. Figure out another way to make money or something. For the people saying, oh, I spoke to the spirit of Summer Wells. You should all be ashamed of yourself. This little girl really is missing, bro. And you want to promote your tarot card reading and you should delete your YouTube channel.
So beautiful outside today. I'm trying to show you.
And that's all he says about it, right? Any of that sound familiar? That's the purpose of the thumbnail, by the way. Like, does any of that sound familiar at all? I mean, call me crazy, but it sounds fucking exactly like what I've been saying, fucking exactly what Toast has been saying, fucking exactly what Crude was saying, you know, like, so don't get me wrong. I'm glad he came around. You know, I'm glad he came around. It's not this guy didn't do what all these other shitheads do and double down on what he was talking and what he was doing. You know what I mean? So I'm giving him full credit for that. Like, you know, if he's singing a different tune, it's only fair that I sing a different tune about it, right? I mean, why would I not acknowledge that? That's all I ever wanted him to do was use his platform responsibly. Because there's a lot of influence. He has a lot of influence over people. And I'm really glad that so many people got to hear that from him. I'm really glad. Because I'm only I have only so many people listening. You know, he has millions, literally millions. So I'm not I'm not up here trying to roast the guy. Not at all. I'm not up here trying to roast him in the slightest bit. It's just like, seriously, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny because the way that he says it like it's common sense, you know, like which it is. It's absolutely common sense. So it was just funny to me that all of a sudden the way that he delivers this information now, he's like, cuz there's no new information. Yes. I have been very, very vocal saying that I am not going to talk about Summer's case until there's an update. I'm not going to keep going over the same crap over and over and over again and rehashing things over and over and over again. That makes things more difficult for law enforcement to actually find Summer or what happened to her. So, right. And just like he said, like I always say, this is a real missing child. This isn't some character in a Lifetime movie. Okay? This is a real missing child. Law enforcement is asking us to use our social media platforms responsibly, and I go after channels, Toast goes after channels that don't. That's what we do. Somebody's got to do it. So, you know, and dude, Upchurch, listen, dude. What you need to do, right, is you need to go into Dolly Vision's chat and somehow get your $500 back from him, because this idiot is doing exactly what you were just saying not to do. Like, you went on this dude's panel and then you super chatted the dude $500. Super chatted the dude $500, and he's wearing an Upchurch hat when he's like, all of a sudden this dude is your best buddy. I mean, maybe not to you, but all of a sudden this dude, but he's doing exactly what you were saying not to do on that video. Constantly. Always tagging Summer's name, never doing anything. And then the only thing that he ever came close to doing was going to Tennessee, coming here to Tennessee, and trying to film and interview a minor without parental consent. Also, interfering with an investigation, because if that kid knows something, that's not his place to go over there and start bugging him and asking him stuff. That is tampering with a potential witness. So what you need to do is call out your boy. What you need to do is call out your boy. Like, all of these fools, man. Like, as a matter of fact, we haven't watched much Dolly. we haven't watched much Dolly. And I like that he's threatening to I like that he's threatening to strike people, because I'd like to see him try and strike me. I love that. I want the smoke. All right, let's just skip all the pleasantries.
Eating an apple. Dolly struck a nerve. Yeah, she posted a video of her eating that, and you know that's when you hit a nerve, right? When, ping, right? When she's waking up eating an apple first thing in the morning,
bro.
That rental space belongs to me. Okay, that's just another property I own in the metaverse. All right. Until I work my way up to being neighbors with Snoop Dogg. All right. I own BK's head. I own Savage's head. I own Baby Gap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start a franchise. You know, at this point, it's just making people little ponds.
This dude is absolutely delusional. Like 100% delusional. Dude, Savage has destroyed this dude, bro. After this, we're actually going to watch that parody that happened on her channel. I was dying laughing, bro. That shit, the person that did the impression of him, the parody of him, it fooled me at first. It fooled me. Like, I thought that it was him at first. And I had to really look at it because I was watching it on my phone. So it was small. And the chat, I was watching the chat, and dude, like, this, it was a woman, and just naturally like a woman, she sounded like him. It was hilarious. And she put like a beard of like yarn. She made like a beard made of like yarn. Like, she was like in a dark car. So I was totally fooled. I was totally fooled.
They're like noobs. So long on the internet, but total noobs, right? Just total fucking noobs. She looks pretty. I saw it just a couple minutes ago, actually. I don't think Savage is an ugly woman, you know, with all the makeup on, the fake teeth, the fake boobs, all the fake
Dude,
stuff.
My
But
man,
when you take away
Savage is way out of your league, homie. you shouldn't even be talking about her like that. That woman you wouldn't know what to do with a woman like that.
Hey, those things. Okay, when she takes those teeth out of her mouth, and she takes that makeup off, and she does all that, she don't need to be joking anybody. That's the moral of the story. It ain't that I want to joke Savage's looks or anything like that.
But you
It's just
are.
that Savage has chose to do this to me. Okay, when to joke my teeth and other things, my hairline, blah blah blah. When everything about the woman's fake, her hair color's fake, her fucking teeth are fake, her titties are fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if her eye colors are real. That's probably fucking.
This guy
contact lenses.
sounds like,
Probably got some damn.
you know what he
Satan
sounds like? He sounds like a jealous woman describing another woman. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like a catty woman. Oh my God, her boobs are fake. Everything about her is so fake. Oh my God.
eyes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And do I care? Right. I don't care about that lady. She was probably savage 20 years ago, back in the day. But this ain't back in the day. Time passes you on. You ain't what you used to be. I ain't the same dude I was when I was 18. When I was 18, I was a badass. Okay.
I seriously
Right
doubt
now,
that.
I'm just bad. That's it.
I seriously doubt
Lazy.
that.
Right. But back then, I had hopes and dreams. At this
Which,
age, I know them have been
which I am
crushed long time ago.
right. I was just gonna say, which never came true.
And I'm okay with it. But her cellulite is real. Well, she does have some real things. You know what I'm saying? Them craters on the
Wow.
thighs, they real. You know what I'm saying? But look,
Didn't
I didn't come up
didn't
here-
he just say that he wasn't going to talk about her physical appearance?
here today to bash on poor Savage. She got enough problems. You know
Which
what I'm
is all
saying?
you're doing.
She had to go out in the middle of the night, make her old man go find some polish grip, right? In the middle of the night. Baby, you got to go to Wally World, Rite Aid. I got to glue these things in really good so I can eat this apple for everybody to watch me eat an apple, right? I don't give a fuck what Savage says about my teeth. I wouldn't come up here and eat an apple, a damn banana, a damn bowl of cereal, okay?
Well,
As
that's
soon as you did that,
because as soon as you bite into an apple, you're gonna lose the teeth you got left, homie.
I know I won.
Them shits
That
are
got you. It
rotten.
got you deep. It got you so deep you ate a damn apple for the world to see, okay? On a joke.
This dude's got a smile made of wood.
I'm just joking with the woman. She waking up eating apples. She probably didn't even want an apple this morning, right? But look, Savage, we keeping you healthy. Look at it that way. I might joke you a little bit, but an apple a day.
Let me see something
keeps
here.
the doctor away. All right, you'll live just a little bit longer because of my jokes. Because you ate a healthy breakfast this morning instead of a Newport and a damn White Claw. Okay, you had an apple. Okay?
All right, so I will
flavored White Claw. It was an
I-
actual physical apple.
I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the fact that he did not tag Summer Wells in this video. Amazing.
So that we're going to congratulate you on having a healthy breakfast this morning. Breakfast of the champions. Okay, champions. All right, later on.
See,
for
Cherry,
lunch,
I
you probably had a
disagree with
White
you.
Claw. We know what you did for lunch.
I disagree with you, honestly, because he never knows what the fuck he's talking about. So, like, he's dead wrong about everything that he talks about.
To the White Claw. You went straight to the White Claw. No, BK. I had to say, BK. Today, instead of talking bad about BK, I'm actually just going to laugh at BK. Okay? Because I think BK brought his best entertainment to YouTube that he has ever brought. Okay?
Right.
When
Exactly.
I said there was no use
Exactly.
for BK, I have to absolutely take that back. Now, sometimes I'll slap people around. But sometimes I will give them credit when credit is due. Okay, when credit is due, I'll give them that credit. BK gets 2 points today. Okay, because BK made me laugh. BK is so stupid.
You're gonna see, because I was talking to somebody and getting I was at the gym, so I wasn't watching. I didn't want to listen to him while I was at the gym, but I was getting some updates on what was being said in this live. And you're going to see a pattern of certain things taking place, which is really funny because if you remember correctly, all butthurt Battery Betty can talk about on her channel is this dude. Like, that's all she can talk about. She's constantly praising him. So this is interesting.
BK is so stupid. But the video that BK put out about JLR today is the best video I've ever seen from BK. Hands down, right?
I have not
BK
seen this
can just
video.
Make videos like that and never talk again. And we never have to watch him spit. Okay? He was outside in the jungle today in his natural element. Okay? He was in his natural element. He was in the bushes. And he was.
If you take anything that JLR says to heart, you are just plain stupid. Like, you're a moron. If you take him seriously as a source for information, if you take JLR seriously as a source for information, you are stupid to the point that I almost feel sorry for you. Not quite. Okay? Just to be very, very clear, not quite do I feel sorry for you, but you're stupid.
A reaction to JLR's video. I have to say, BK, I laughed my ass off, right? You are still ugly and look like Abraham Lincoln's great-great-grandson, but that video was funny as shit. Dude is so stupid. The dude is so stupid, okay? But, yeah, he has a neck mullet, okay? BK has a neck mullet, but...
And, of course, Wipey Boy's in his chat. Big shocker there.
The video he put out was absolutely funny. So when people do shit that's funny, I'm gonna give him credit. Hey, that was funny. It made me laugh. You know what I'm saying? If BK did more stuff like that, I'd probably still not watch him, but that was good. Howdy, dolly, howdy, everyone. We concur. BK is stupid. Okay, I'm just making sure everybody's on the same page, right? But that shit was funny. That shit was
Now,
funny.
I can attest. I've been on Benny's channel several times. He's been on this channel several times. And one thing I can tell you is one word that I would not use to describe Benny is stupid. I just want to put that on record.
The bushes and shit. That shit was funny. Yeah, hashtag neck mullet. You know how we do. Hashtag it. Clip channels ain't gonna run with that. They rather run with videos with me. I don't blame them. I'd run with videos with me too. They do better. They do better for your channel.
That's because you're a jackass.
Yes, it was great. Your turn for the barber, Dolly. I know I need an edge up. See, my lines are bad. My shit's growing back in all on my neck. Soon I'll have a neck beard like BK.
You look exactly the fucking same as every other time you do a live stream. Every other time you do a live stream, you look exactly the fucking same, dude.
Need to trim up. I'm getting a little wild. Right? Like Wolfman Jack wild. Like damn Teen Wolf. If Teen Wolf was 65 with a bad back and a gaming chair.
But can you play basketball like Teen Wolf?
You know what?
Or box?
This chair
Teen Wolf
has
2
way
reference.
better back support than that other one. They kind of look similar, though, don't they? But this one has embroidery. It's a little bit nicer, it's softer. It has the cushion on it. It has a cup holder. It's a lazy boy.
Oh my god. Well, Dad, it didn't pass me by. It landed on my face. I don't need this, Dad. I mean, I got problems. I got a bad hook shot and a $6 haircut. Oh my God, dude.
This shit is banging, son. Right? This shit's way better than my last one. Right? I would get out that other chair, man. I feel like somebody beat me up. But it's like I broke a bolt in it, but I think I can fix it. And there's some kids in the neighborhood. I'm gonna push that shit outside into the street. I'm sure one of them will grab it. Somebody's gonna be like, "Damn, gave me chair."
The
Boom,
fuck's he
right?
talking
It's
about?
brand new. I just broke a screw on it, but I'm gonna try to fix it. And if I can, like I said, I'm just gonna slide it out the door and slide it out there. I'm sure as soon as I put it out there, one of them kids are gonna grab it.
Welcome,
'Cause, you know,
GG91.
that's like a $250 chair with Bluetooth speakers in it. That other one that I used to use,
Thank you for joining.
this one don't have the speakers in it. Okay, this one costs more than that one.
Oh my God, though.
This one, I'm peeing on the neighbor's kids. I mean, he can see, but he has really expensive stuff too. Like he got a big, nice boat parked out there and all kinds of things. So I don't think he wants somebody messing with his stuff. So he got eyes, you know, which is good. And the neighbors and on the other side, they got cameras because they got like a area that people like to walk through. So they got cameras on the side. So if
Wow.
somebody's cutting through the side, they can see it.
All right, come on, buddy.
That's a pretty good accomplishment for my ass, right? But I had to do a little running because I didn't look.
What's a good accomplishment for your ass? Betty's strap on.
Dogs ran out. I didn't know what kind of dogs they were. I just heard them barking and growling, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And when I ran, the dogs didn't like that. Okay, then I was like a deer running.
Hold on a
For
second.
the most part, there was no ribs sticking out of the dog, but they put all them cameras out there after the fact, right? What good are them cameras now? There ain't no kids left to kidnap out there. Open the studio door, it
All
takes
right.
a picture of you.
This I want to hear him
Every
talk
time.
about.
There's like a million pictures of me walking in here, right? But one day when somebody breaks in, they come in here and they steal one of these $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 cameras. I got your ass. You know what I'm saying? I got pictures of you. I got video of you. I got audio of you. And your ass gonna go to prison. See what I'm saying? So it's cheap too. The cameras ain't that expensive. I'd be like, and the whole thing is this: is why didn't Don and Candace have any cameras up before this? Okay, they got it
Because they're poor as fuck.
Before they install cameras in the woods. Because you seen how many signs were out there for anybody that watched 1 through 4 of my video, Ben Hill Road. Make sure you watch it. 5 and 6 come out tomorrow. That they got surveillance cameras out there. So when I was out there,
Okay,
of course, Candace could see me from her phone because she has a camera somewhere in them trees, just like I have cameras in my.
Maybe law enforcement or the private investigators put those in there. Did you ever think of that?
Trees at my place.
If you knew anything about the case, then
know you're being watched, but you are. All right. So I had 2, but somebody hit one of my cords. One was cordless and one had a cord. And I think my damn brother ran over the cord. I thought I had it buried good, but I guess he hit it with the lawnmower. And now one of my cameras are out. But that one wasn't that important anyway. All the important ones are still.
Yeah, I started late, so I just cracked open some oak leaf. I don't know if it's going to be that kind of night. I don't think it's going to be a very long live. I don't want to end up getting all sloppy on here.
But they put all them cameras out there after the fact, right? What good are them cameras now? There ain't no kids left to kidnap out there. And from my understanding, they done surrendered the dogs. Okay, they surrendered the dogs.
Hey, genius. Maybe they put the cameras out there in case someone comes back for whatever reason, in case someone decides they want to collect some evidence they may have left behind. You put up cameras because of a just in case type of situation. It's pretty common, dude. Just so you know.
So I probably should have just took that little doggy. He liked me anyway. I got an exclusive interview with the dog. That's coming in part 5. Okay. I think it's
An
episode
interview with the
5.
dog. Okay.
Has the dogs. Lipstick and leads. Hey,
Hold on a
handsome.
second.
Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for your donation to the channel. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome of you. So yeah, I got an exclusive interview with the dog and the cat. I probably should have just took the dog. Now I heard a lot of shit about the dogs. Okay, that they wasn't being taken care of. They look real bad off. All that stuff.
Listen up.
Okay, but when I got
Listen
there,
up.
guys, there was only 2 dogs. One of them tried to eat me at first. Okay, but the dogs look fine. They had creeks. That's freshwater creeks out there, so they can walk right up to the creek, drink water. So they got plenty of water, right? Water ain't an issue with the dogs, right? It's food, right? But I looked at the dogs. They're typical like hunting beagles or basset hounds, mixture mutt dogs, right? But far as their weight, they look fine. They didn't look over healthy, like they've been overfed. Like you would see somebody that lives in the city, the dog don't go out much, and dog's fat as shit, can't barely get off a couch. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like y'all ain't seen people with obese dogs.
He
Okay,
just
your dog is way too fat.
he just described Coda. That's a fact. Coda had 2 litters, and she's just a big girl now, and she just lays around, but she's super sweet and amazing.
Fat. Okay. There's a healthy weight for a dog.
Yeah, and she
Just
is
like a
overweight.
person,
We
okay?
got her on
There's a
diet
healthy
food.
weight for your dog. You don't want your dog too big. You don't want your dog too skinny. You want your dog that natural dog weight, natural dog
Sure.
build.
Right. Okay.
And for the most part, there was no ribs sticking out of the dog. I petted the
Hmm.
dog. I looked at the 2 dogs. The dogs look perfectly fine. Okay.
Wow.
Like if they were my dogs and I walked up on them,
Interesting. Because what he's doing is saying the exact opposite of what his girlfriend has been saying and harassing the local Humane Society branch there, and harassing detectives that are charged with the responsibility of finding Summer Wells. Okay. And interesting. His his pegger is is singing a much different tune. Interesting.
Eating something if I'd have fed them, yeah, of course they would have. But what dog?
What
Lolo,
dog
if I pulled
wouldn't?
out some food right now, if she had
Right.
bowls full of food and gave Lolo some real food, she's gonna eat it. So if you used to go out there and try to, they'll tack that shit up and try to eat it up, right? But they're not starving. There's a big difference between are they hungry for some real food? Yeah, of course. Are they starving ass animals? I don't think so. Because there's like 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4
Dolly.
houses if you count Don and Candace's, right? And them dogs, they didn't even come from Don and Candace's house. They come from the garage. From part 4, y'all see me walking up on the garage. The dogs run out from the garage. Mad too, running out, growling and barking.
He trespasses on the property.
And this is the thing: if you're a stranger out there, them dogs are a little aggressive at first.
He trespasses on a property that might be a crime scene. Yeah, that's smart, dude.
Not knowing.
You're doing great, buddy.
Not knowing, because I ain't gonna tell y'all. Y'all got to watch video 5 to see. I didn't realize I could run so fast. I tell y'all that. There's some dolly running in part 5 of Ben Hill Road. I'm a little quicker than I thought. Thank God I quit smoking. Okay, like cigarettes a year ago. I'm a little over 1 year clean, no cigarettes. That's a pretty good accomplishment for my ass, right? But I had to do a little running because I didn't look. When them dogs ran out, I didn't know what kind of dogs they were. I just heard them barking and growling, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And when I ran, the dogs didn't like that. Okay, then I was like a deer running through the woods, and they were just on me. It was fast. That beagle is fast.
I thought he was gonna say he looked like a dumbass, and I was just like gonna say, Jesus, man, you were just batting 1,000 tonight and hitting the nail on the head, homie.
That's the shit. That's why I'm saying these dogs ain't unhealthy. That dog ran me down. I had a distance on it too, and it ran me down.
Oh, Betty.
But then I had to go full BK. I can't tell you everything. Just watch the video. Watch the video tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one. I'm sure y'all get a few laughs. I love it. Right on my part. Okay, y'all get to laugh at me a little bit, but I give you the good. I give you the bad. I could have just cut it out the video, and y'all would have never known. That I ran
She's
for my
totally
life.
gonna strangle him.
It was a complete.
I'll bet you she was watching this and just got so mad. Like, I can imagine how angry Betty got watching this. I could just picture it in my mind, and it just makes me all warm inside. It just does.
Real moment. Okay. That poor cat was eating dog food. Look, here's the thing. Lolo will eat cat food. She don't care. I'll take Lolo to people's house with me. She'll run right up and eat their food.
I mean,
like she ain't never ate. She got.
I don't see how cat food could, like dog food, could hurt a cat. But I mean, I'm sure cats are kind of finicky. So I would imagine that they're going to prefer cat food over dog food. But I feel like they could live off dog food.
That's plenty of food, like the best food you can buy. She gets wet food, like the good shit. She got dry food just in case she don't want the wet shit. I mean, she's like bougie as shit, and she'll still eat. Like, I don't think the cat was starving. You know what I'm saying?
Dolly, man, you are playing a dangerous game, my friend. You are really you are really poking the bear here, homie, because you don't understand. Betty knows people, okay? She knows people, all right? And she will have them have you killed, okay? According to her. Because she knows people like this, okay? I mean, she made sure to tell a cop this. So don't think she won't be coming after you, homie.
And we seen when Ernie went up there, the police had took some dog food out there. Now, that wouldn't happen where I live. The police around here don't be delivering dog food or putting no dog food. I don't know. Maybe the police didn't put the dog food out there. Maybe Candace or Grandis put it out there. My thought was this. I didn't think nobody was on the property. I don't think when I was out there, anybody was there. I was on that road.
Okay, I'm looking at the DMs. What am I supposed to see here?
Look, and let me tell you this. Jody Sue Brown, is that her name, right? She hears the scream. You can hear everything out there. You hear crickets.
Cherry, I'm looking at the DM. Are you trolling me right now?
It's like my house in the middle of the night. You can walk outside and be like, Dolly, you'll hear that shit across the street because it's so quiet at night. It's just quiet. There's nothing out there making noise. There's not the sound of anybody up here. I don't hate BK. I don't hate Savage. I don't hate Baby Gap. I don't hate any of these people, right? I will joke them and play with them and make them mad and make them kick shit in their house. But I wouldn't wish no harm on you. I wouldn't wish.
Yeah, not even. Wow. This is fucked up. Oh, I can't even share that. I mean, I don't even know what to think of that, Cherry. I mean,
wish no ill will on you, nothing like that. It's all laughs and jokes to me. And I know some people, it's not that for. They get mad and they hold grudges and things like that. But
yeah,
you really care
dude.
about this girl, you'd put all that shit aside.
Your Pegger girlfriend, dude. She holds grudges, homie. She's super mad right now. She's super mad because her little tactic to shut down Toast, it's not working. Guys, Toast will be back doing live streams very soon. I promise you.
Right. You put all that shit aside. If I had to sit in a room with Benny, even though I don't, Benny ain't my favorite person, for the sake of Little Summer Wells, I would do it. Okay, I put all that shit aside. He said same thing with Savage wouldn't be there because she don't cover this type of stuff. But if she did, you know what I'm saying, I'd put all that aside. I'd be like, okay, well, this is more important than what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And it is. It's way
So
more
hold
important.
on. Y'all got to
And
see this.
right, the real life
Hold on. This isn't accurate. It's just funny. It's a little accurate, but it just made me laugh when I saw it. I don't know who keeps making these, but oh my god, bro. That it is too funny, bro. Oh my god.
shit, because when we get there, it's real life. All right. The internet's real life, but it ain't quite the same real life. When we get there, it ain't about the cameras and clicks and
It's
likes
not.
and things of that nature. It ain't about that. It's about
Is
let's
that
show.
why you're releasing part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6? I mean, no, dude, you're definitely doing that for clicks and views, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Some respect to this little girl. Let's let the law enforcement know that we care. We want them to care, right? And when they see that presence, they're gonna know people care, and they're gonna continue to care, and they're gonna continue to search, right?
You're not
And
supposed to be searching, stupid.
and hopefully this don't turn into one of those things that lasts 20 years. And I'm not going to Tennessee every year on the 15th. I don't want to do that. I don't think any of these other creators want to do that. I don't think any of you guys want to see that. Right? You guys, we want to see some.
And he's been promoting Betty's bullshit visual. He's been promoting that visual, just so you know. Even though the other one, from my understanding, the one that she's jealous of and upset about and in competition with, has been doing this. They've done a visual. They've done a vigil there before.
Answers. We want to see some people responsible, pay the price. I mean, and other than that, anything else is it's not acceptable. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, Dolly,
Through
homie,
it,
where we provide this. This is not a safe place, Dolly, but we will provide you links to a safe place. Okay, so right there, Dolly, Cherry was kind enough to put up the because we're here for you, bro. The National DV hotline. Okay, National Domestic Violence Hotline. Okay, reach out when Betty comes after you.
needs to get on his game. Right? He's the head investigator. He needs to get on that game. Get out there busting the pavement every day. Right? Every day. Or they need to sign somebody that works just on this case. What other case they got bigger than this in Hawkins County that the whole internet's talking about?
Hey, jackass. You mean like maybe the entire Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, along with the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, 1-800 TBI find is where you call your tips? You mean like the FBI? Maybe? Like them? Like them? Yeah.
right? Nobody else cares about nothing else. We ain't worried about no thefts and none of that. We want this little girl found. All right. It's all a play. Everyone's friends when they get off of YouTube. 100%. No, I don't think everybody's friends when we get off of YouTube. That's absolutely not true. Okay. I get that a lot because I don't strike Savage or BK. People are like, oh,
Yeah, apparently what they're doing, from what I understand, they want to do it near the swimming hole, or at the swimming hole, and um, Battery Betty continues to just cry and complain that it's going to be closed and they'll be trespassing. Well, I'm pretty sure, okay, I'm pretty sure that they would get permission for special circumstances in a situation like this, where they're trying to pay tribute and a prayer group together for a missing 6-year-old little girl. Just saying.
they working together. They just talking shit for views. No, I don't do it because I talk shit about them, right? That's why I don't strike them for showing my stuff and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's just because I joke them, right? Of course, if I joke them, they're going to have to reply, right? And then if I start striking them when they play my stuff, how are they going to reply? Okay, because it kind of takes two people to rib. Okay, I can't just joke them and
See, now he's speaking facts right now. He's speaking truth, right? It's all for fun. You know what I mean? I feel the same way. I don't hate this dude. I don't want bad things to happen to him. You know, I just like calling him out for the bullshit that he is. It's fun. You know, I expect him to hit back. That's what this is. It's not, it's all for entertainment and fun. You know what I mean? Like, but see, I don't go after people unless they're shitheads. And this dude is obviously exploiting Summer being missing. And uh and so I'm gonna call him out for it. While we're waiting on updates, I'm going to call out the people that do this, which is what I've been doing.
it's going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't strike them people because I battle with them. If I'm battling, arguing with you, I ain't gonna strike you.
Is
And
he
people
really,
think
Ivory?
with that,
Does he sound right now like he's doing more than anybody else? Yeah, I know the vigil that he's talking about is taking place in front of Hawkins Sheriff's Department, which I know he's not responsible for putting that together, but he is promoting it. And B, why the fuck is it happening in front of Hawkins County Sheriff's Department? What good does that do? How does that honor Summer in any way, shape, or form? Like what she's doing is organizing a cold protest. That's all she's doing. What she's trying to do, okay? And all she's trying to do is get a news crew out there and give her publicity so that it will promote her channel. That is all that she's doing. That is why she's angry that somebody else is having is organizing another vigil. That's why she's angry about it. Otherwise, because if it was for Summer, shit, you would promote everyone. You would say, hey, in your town, put together a vigil. On June 15th, we want to make sure that Summer hears our voice. If you have, if you really care about finding this little girl, or at least sending a message that we're thinking of her and we want her found, why wouldn't you promote everyone to do that? Why wouldn't you encourage everyone to do that instead of getting angry that somebody else is doing it? Because that just doesn't make sense. Getting angry because somebody else is trying to bring people together to create awareness for a little girl's disappearance. There's something wrong with that. See, getting mad about that shows, and it proves that it's just about her. It has nothing to do with Summer and bringing any awareness to her situation. Has nothing to do with that. And he's promoting this. And why is he promoting it? The only reason he's promoting it is because she is constantly pegging him on her channel. Constantly.
Working like that we're working together. And I can assure you this, we are absolutely 100% not working together. And any beef you see that's here on this internet on my channel is 100% real. It's not fabricated.
And why would you promote holding a vigil in front of the office where the people that are in charge, okay? Because the TBI is merely assisting with the investigation. It's a Hawkins County Sheriff's case, okay? So the TBI and the FBI are merely assisting. The people responsible, the people in charge of the case, Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, okay? Why would you distract them? Why would you do something that's just going to distract them? Why wouldn't you go? This is why Betty hasn't done this, because she knows that she wouldn't be welcome. She's already harassed people in that congregation. But the best thing to do is to actually get together with Summer's church and get those people involved. The whole town is that church. So why not get the church involved in putting together something to honor this child? Makes no sense that you wouldn't.
It's legitimate. Okay. So don't be like, oh, Dolly Savage are friends, right? We're acquaintances on the internet, of course, right? Or BK acquaintances. But nah, these people ain't my friends. I don't know them like that. Never met them. So it ain't like we sit around in a big circle and go, okay, this person's gonna fight with this person's gonna fight with this person. Okay. Now I have scheduled a fight with BK, right? Because he wanted to fight one day and I was busy. I said, look, let's fight Friday.
I was busy.
You know, I got shit to do. Go fight with somebody else, and I promise you Friday.
Yes, Ivory, yes.
And he didn't go by that. But I tried. I tried to schedule a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like a normal person. Like, can we schedule this battle? Because, you know, I got other shit other than this YouTube thing going on. But he showed up early. We were supposed to fight Friday. He showed up Thursday night. Technically,
Dude, what
it was
is
Friday
he,
morning.
10?
Okay. I said Friday. I didn't really say Friday morning or Friday night. But he showed up Friday morning. But he should have technically showed up Friday night. Wonderful words of wisdom, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you.
Those were wonderful words of wisdom? Really?
What does Upchurch having money have to do with anything? From my understanding, Upchurch donated like $25,000 to the reward fund of Summer Wells. That's super awesome, right? And hopefully, you know, somebody stumbles across something. Somebody says
This
something,
dude is always up Church's ass.
but you know, every day goes by. Odds are,
I wonder once he sees Upchurch's video that I just played, if he's actually going to like stop talking about Summer. I wonder if he's actually going to do that. And I wonder how much of a fucking kick in the peanuts in his tiny little ball sack. I wonder how much of a kick to his little tiny balls it was to hear his little hero say exactly the same shit that I've been saying on this channel for months.
it's going to be harder and harder to solve every day that passes. A little bit harder to solve.
So why are you going out there and making it even harder?
But look,
Shut up,
it
Cherry.
took 5 years. to solve the Delphi case, and they still ain't completely got it all figured
They don't
out.
have
But they got
anything
the
yet.
people right. But it took them 5 years.
They don't have the people yet. Like, as far as I know, like they might, they believe maybe, possibly, but that hasn't been confirmed. More misinformation.
And look, it took the Cal City boys all that time too. So it takes time for sure.
But I do
to
agree
pull
with
out
what he's
all
saying
the
right now.
leads and check on everything.
He doesn't know why it takes time because of the way that he's explaining it.
Um, I wonder if
He doesn't know how to explain why it takes time. Why it takes time. Again, for the people in the back, okay? Let me go ahead and explain to you why investigations take time to have results that are made public. Okay? The reason why is because arrests are not made just for the sake of making arrests. Okay? People have something called rights. Okay? So they also now one of these rights is if you get charged with a crime and then you get acquitted in court for that crime, you cannot be tried for the same crime again. Okay? So the DA, okay, this is how it works. The DA decides what they can or cannot prosecute. Law enforcement's job is not just to arrest people, but to collect evidence that will, without a reasonable doubt, beyond a reasonable doubt, get someone convicted in a court of law. Okay? Then they make an arrest. But law enforcement's job, make no mistake, before it's arresting people, it is collecting evidence that will prove in court beyond a reasonable doubt that that person is going to get convicted. That's how it works. And that is what takes time. Building a case.
stick with the case. Ryan is an awesome soul. Look, man, last time Ryan said some shit about the Summer Wells case, everybody went crazy on that dude. You know what I'm saying? Everybody went absolutely crazy on church when he said something about it. Right? Like, I don't know what that was about. I
Nobody
think
went
anybody that
crazy.
helps. I don't care if you're
Nobody
a
went crazy.
singer.
Actually, everybody went crazy on me and Crude and Toast. Everybody went nuts on us because we simply asked him to do and say something exactly like what he said in this video at the beginning. Like, that's it. Like, yeah.
If you're a rapper or if you're a movie star or anything, anybody that wants to help, and is willing to help a missing kid and they're doing it from the bottom of their heart, then that's awesome, right? More power to you. And thanks to all the people that have been keeping Summer's name out there and working hard for that little girl. Thank you guys. And there's a lot of people out there that are doing
You're
it for the
welcome.
right reasons. There's people out there doing it for the wrong reasons.
Moron.
But for all the people out there doing it for the right reasons and keeping that little girl's name out there and doing your part to make everything run so smoothly. And I know a lot of people on YouTube don't see it, but thank you guys. Okay. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
And that's for other creators that thank you there. Just thank y'all for being awesome and doing what you guys do. All right. You said it right, White Rabbit. Summer has no idea how much she's loved. That is 100, right? It's 100. And the same thing, probably Gabby Petito days. Remember, she probably never knew that the world would just love her to death, right? And they did. Summer probably would, it's just something special about some people that they're able to grip your heart like that. And I don't know what it is. Some people can say it's blonde hair, blue eyes, or whatever, but it ain't that. It ain't that. It ain't that.
What's up, Heels in the Air? After this, I'm going to play a couple of Heels in the Air videos.
But people seem to think that's what it is. Oh, well, they only care about little blonde hair, blue eyed kids when they go missing. I don't think that's the case. I think it's something to do with the story and how you went missing and things like that to make it into what it is. I don't think it's really because it's a blonde haired, blue eyed white kid that it's such a big deal. I think it's the story behind it, like the story behind Gabby Petito, right? It was like a movie story behind.
Now, I do agree with what he's saying there, but carefully, because don't forget this dude had some weird dude with a big old swastika tattooed on his belly watching him and his girl take a bath, and he was streaming it. Okay. But so not for the same reasons, but yes, no, I don't believe that it was just missing white girl syndrome, as that person on CNN called it. I thought that was ridiculous.
Summer Wells is like a fucking crazy movie, right? Like it got everything. So I
No, it
think it's
doesn't.
that type of stuff that makes these.
It doesn't. It's simple. There's a missing little girl, and the only thing that's made it crazy are creators like you, creators like MGL, creators like Butthurt Betty, The Strangler, creators like JLR. You people have made it a circus. Yep, Kelly Green, that's absolutely correct. I think I waited too long. I wanted to do a video because I actually was covering the Suzanne Morphew case when it first happened. But sorry. I was covering the Suzanne Morphew case when it first happened. What's up, Chronicles of the Shady? Yeah, so guys, subscribe to Heels in the Air and Chronicles of the Shady. They're great clip channels. I honestly think that the reason why he's backpedaling on the dogs is because and he's slowly making his distance from Betty is because I think you guys, the clip channels especially, have gotten to him. I think you guys got under his skin. Blessed are the clip channels. But yeah, wow, really? Yeah, so but I'll talk a little bit about Barry Morphew's situation right now. Because if you go back and watch when I played and streamed the press conference from the district attorney in that area in Colorado, when I played that, I was saying that she seemed almost insecure. She did not seem confident in having enough evidence. I totally sensed it on her. I said it then. You can go back and watch that stream. And I was like, she doesn't look confident. She's extremely defensive to the press. Right. And I debated with other creators about this, not on that stream, but like behind the scenes. And sure enough, guess what happens? They drop the murder charge on Barry Morphew. Months later, they drop the murder charge without prejudice, okay, which means that he can be charged again. If they find evidence on him, then, then they'll charge him again. They can do that. That's what without prejudice means. Now, and even a CBI investigator, Colorado Bureau of Investigation, even he said that they should have never arrested Barry when they did. So there's a good chance that Barry Morphew got away with murder and is going to walk. Why? Because the DA did a terrible job and jumped the gun. Now, I don't know if he's guilty. Do I personally believe that he's guilty based on all of there's a lot of coincidences, man. Now it's enough. There's enough right now to be able to create doubt in one juror, if not more. That is what the DA has to try to avoid, is to make sure that the defense cannot create any doubt. The defense's job in a situation like that in a trial is to create doubt, to create smoke and mirrors and make you question whether or not that person is guilty. If you even question, ethically speaking, if you even question that person's guilt when it's time to come to a decision, you cannot convict that person. As a juror, you cannot convict that person. It's just that simple. That's how it works.
Ace is real big and grabs everybody's heart. It ain't the missing, it's the story behind the kid. All right. It's the story of Little Summer Wells that makes Little Summer Wells so special. That Little Summer Wells was living this rough, hard life too. Right. And that touches everybody. People have grown up poor, right? I didn't grow up rich. I ain't rich now, right? So people have had it rough. They understand it.
Hey,
People have
Bobby.
been in them same situations that Little Summer Wells was in, but most of them have made it out. Little Summer Wells was unfortunate she didn't make it out. And that's, I think, is what's touched everybody's heart. It ain't just it's a kid. It's the kid and the story behind the kid, right? Because there's a lot of missing kids, right? What have you missed? You ain't missed much. Just a bunch of talking, smoking, hanging out with you guys. We got 400 likes. We got 400 people in the room. That's super awesome of you guys. Thank you so much for liking the videos, coming and hanging out with me. It's always good times. You can't hide the summer light forever.
All right. That's enough of this fool. Uh Oh snap! Heels in the air just hit 9,000 subs, dude. So make sure you're sub to Heels in the Air, man. I want to see her get to 10K. Absolutely. there's a couple of there's a couple of there's a couple of videos here that I want to go over because they're just good. Um
The good part's about to come tomorrow where they actually get to see it. They got to hear me talk
Yeah.
about it. They ain't got to
Yeah.
see it. They're gonna get to see it.
Look, he's got
That's
he's
awesome.
got an Upchurch
That's
hat
good,
Get it
on.
for the
man.
clip
I was-
channels too. There's gonna be some shit that people
Hell yeah,
get
man.
mad about. I can guarantee you that.
He's got an Upchurch hat
Oh.
on.
When I go back next month, I'm gonna try to get us some different footage of like aerial footage, drone footage. So the donations that become in between now and the time I leave for Tennessee again, you know, I've been living in damn Tennessee lately. I'm gonna put towards a drone so we can fly up over them hollers and get up close. Okay, a little DJI or something like that.
What I like about Heels in the Air too is like she's informative, you know. So may as well start a wish list. Need a machete and a spy pen.
Oh, and like I said, when I go back down there this time, I'm gonna do some drone flying.
Drone
I
flying.
looked at more stuff with a drone than I.
Well, I got a drone, man.
Do you?
So
This is
yeah,
great.
man, I got a nice drone. Yeah, it's a nice drone, dude. And I'll bring it out. I'll have it
You
with me.
can't see his eyes, but Heels nails it on the head here.
Okay.
And you know, and do what you want to with her, brother.
Oh my god. Yeah, like so he was just about to get his chat to start blasting money in the chat for a drone. And dude was like, "Nah, dude, I got you." Fuck.
All right.
And yeah, man, for sure, dude. But I just wanted to give you a call, man, say what's up. And
Small town girl in color. Welcome to the Turtle Gang, baby. Okay. So nobody owns the sky. Okay. As long as it's not by an airport where there's a no-fly zone, you can fly a drone. So there ain't no law that stops me. Anything that's in the eye of the public, you can film anywhere in the country. That's your constitutional right. Okay, so that can't be stopped. All right. So even if a cop came up there and said,
This
"Look,
guy doesn't
you
know
can't be
anything of what he's
doing that,"
talking about right now.
my constitutional right say I have the right to film anything out in public.
No, that's not true. Wrong. Wrong.
49 U.S. Code Section 40,103 Sovereignty and Use of Airspace. The United States government has exclusive sovereignty of airspace of the United States. A citizen of the United States has a public right of transit through the navigable airspace. Tennessee Drone Laws, SB 1777-2014. It is a Class C misdemeanor for any private entity to use a drone to conduct video surveillance of a person who is hunting or fishing without their consent. SB 1892-2014. This law makes it a Class C misdemeanor for a person to use UAS to intentionally conduct surveillance of an individual or their property. This law also makes it a crime to possess those images or distribute and otherwise use them.
You mean like
haters didn't realize?
You mean like when he tried to interview a minor without and get him on camera without his parents' consent? Like, is that kind of like that?
In public, you can film anything you want.
No.
Okay, they're like,
dude.
You can't film a kid, blah blah blah. No, you can film anything.
No,
you
you
want. If it's in
can't.
the public, you can film it. Now, if you filming something for sexual gratitude,
Sexual gratitude. Okay. Now, maybe he's been listening to my videos. Maybe he was listening to my to my birds and the bees talk with Doug from No Thanks. Maybe he picked something up from there, because I did talk about sexual gratitude in that video. It's a thing, but that's not what he means. And what's fimming? Exactly. You can film anything. Be fimming. Ah.
they look at it as a perverted filming. But if you're filming it for something other than that,
If you filming it for
perfectly
something other than
legal,
that,
right? But when you in public, I had the right to film anything, and so does any other media. I think that's what a lot of the people that were like, so mad about the Hunter thing didn't realize. When you in public, in a public park, that's like telling everybody. That's like when you go to an amusement park.
Now, what's really funny is, and I forgot to mention this, when he was saying, I'm not going to strike this channel and strike that channel, all it was is that he realized that he can't. What's going on right now between Toast and Betty is unraveling proof that Betty had no grounds to strike her. None. What are the two words, people? Put them in the chat.
Okay, anything public, you can videotape. And if you try to stop me, and you do stop me, I can sue you. Okay, because now you're taking away my rights.
No.
It's in the public eye.
Wrong.
But if you're sitting somewhere and you're out in the public, and I pull out my camera and I start filming you, and you're like, hey, put up your camera. I don't want you to film me. I didn't give you permission to film me. That's a myth. I don't need your permission to film you. If you're in a private space, like if you was to walk into Walmart, well, no, some stores are considered public too.
Now, Toast, she's not quite back yet. I'm not sure. I don't think that she can stream just yet, but that's about to happen. So soon, very soon. I have no doubt in my mind. But she can make videos and post them now. She is not losing her channel as this was attempted. And now she's under YouTube's radar, right? So YouTube, like manual, like real people in YouTube are aware of what's not just some program, are aware of Toast's situation right now, which means that they're aware of Betty too. Yeah, Toast's next live when she comes back is going to be fun. I promise you that.
It's important to understand, though, that people can set rules for their own buildings, even if it's a government building. So if you go into, I don't know, a Starbucks, and they say, put your camera down, you're not allowed to film in here. They can do that because it's a private business.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
Put it out on TV as a production, you would need a release.
That was an attorney,
Like,
by
that's
the
the
way.
thing about cops. Like, they arresting people. Look, when they blur them out, they don't got the release. But when they show them, that's because after they were arrested, they went to them and said, look, we'll give you $500 and a t-shirt if you sign the release. And most people sign it. My buddy was on cops. He got arrested on cops. He was fighting with somebody, went to jail. They gave him $500 and a t-shirt. That's what they gave him. No lie. We'll put a banner up while I'm down there. I talk to guys
I
about
believe that.
And I learned that the visual candlelight is going to be at the sheriff's
I mean,
office.
if you get arrested on cops, you should get something. You know what I mean? Like, you should get something. I don't know if you get arrested on the show that Steven Seagal was on, where he's a real cop, right? You know what I mean? Like, because you got arrested by Steven Seagal. That is kind of cool within itself. Like, that made me laugh so hard. I would watch that show because so often he'd have some crackhead or somebody sitting on a curb with handcuffs. Sitting on a curb with handcuffs, and and like, hey man, is you Steven Seagal? Oh shit, I can't believe I just got arrested by Steven Seagal. Holy shit. Fuck, man. Damn, you tall. Oh man, I would laugh so hard at that show.
Between 7 and 9.
Let's hear that one more
The
time.
shoe fits.
Office between the visuals.
The
visuals that and I learned that the visual candlelight is going to be at the sheriff's office between 7 and 9.
Oh my god, dude.
If the shoe fits.
Killing me, bro. All right, this one's about MGL. This one is funny.
Earlier, I heard you earlier that you are done with YouTube. I
The
hope you
music
were
is dope.
kidding. I hope
Dude,
you-
I'm just, it's just not worth it anymore. It's yeah, never say never. It's no good. It's no good. All my numbers are down. Everything's down, and it sucks. And I'm just sucking up. Who is she sucking up to? God, she's such a loser. She's a loser in life.
Wow. She's talking about Betty.
And I can say that because I met the bitch in person. Oh yeah, is it Mental Health Awareness Month? The whole time that girl has been here, he's had the avatar of, Mrs. Clean, I guess.
Get your fucking ass up here right now.
Let's see that one more time. So Rosie the Riveter, like, this image is very, very common. And Rosie the Riveter is a cultural icon of World War II, representing the women who worked in factories and shipyards during World War II. Rosie the Riveter is sexy.
Get your fucking ass up here right now. When? This fucking two-faced bitch always throws me hard in chat. Fuck you. Go eat a bag of dicks.
Go eat a bag of dicks.
The kid cleaner my house said, "Whoa, what's going on here?" So what do you think?
Hello, cleaner. Who is this?
Dude, if I was that dude, if I was like cleaning somebody's house and saw this shit, I'd be like, yeah, what the fuck is what's going on over here? What the fuck's up? What's going on? What's happening?
Did you know that a Swiffer has lights? Bring that over here. Holy shit! It has lights. I never even knew it. Here.
That the Swiffer has lights. Okay. She had no idea that the Swiffer has lights.
What do you mean? So when you spray it, look, wait, Oh, look. Look. It's got lights. Holy shit. Oh.
I'm cleaning still. I'm waiting for her to get back.
What's your name?
Wow.
My name?
Wow.
Tyler. The chat loves you, Tyler.
Oh, that's very nice.
Welcome to the jungle.
I like that kid too. All right. Here's one more.
I don't even know who that is. Fizzle and the Gravel Geeks. I don't even know who that is. That's some BK team. Veneers or clip-ons. I own a pair of Veneers. Okay, the Veneers I got are like $1,000. You put them in, they actually click. They'll go click, like they click into your teeth.
Wow.
They feel like teeth, but they were made by dentists. Okay, they mold them out, did the teeth, everything. Right. I just don't ever wear them. And if I wanted perfectly white teeth or something of that nature, of course I got them. I could pop them in. Never.
Or you could do.
You would never know.
Or you could do what most people do is brush. That's an option.
The average for a single porcelain veneer ranges from $900 to $2,500 per tooth. Full set of porcelain veneers can range from $7,200 to $20,000.
You full of shit. You understand that? You full of shit.
And he was running his mouth. I wouldn't do nothing, BK. That ain't the place for that. Now we leave there. You catch me up at the gas station, I'll headbutt you in the face.
Wow. Panda lady. Shh. Y'all can hear Panda snoring. Hold on. Panda's out. My bad. Let's see what Chronicles has got going on. Oh, she's got a couple of dollies here. Let's watch these. Oh, I don't know if I could play this with sound because I don't want to get a claim because I know that song. Yeah, I don't want to get a claim, so let me okay, this should be good.
How do I smell marijuana? It would be me. No,
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I don't have any.
Wow.
Prayer visual.
Visual again.
Vigil.
Vigil, dude.
Molly is coming. Okay. Now we're talking. Now it's going to get crazy.
Now it's going to get crazy.
Cool. I get to meet Molly. I've been wanting to meet Molly. Okay. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun one. All right. Are you coming, Justice?
Wow.
Are you coming too? I hope everybody comes. Let's just have a big party in Tennessee. All right.
I hope everybody comes. Dolly Vision 2022. Fuck you, Cherry.
That would be a crazy duo, guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
I need Molly hang out with,
They're
drink
morons.
shots, raise a little hell, some PBR.
Wow.
Right, that's what he better do, so he can afford to get his ass up to Tennessee, so he can come to this prayer vigil and stand beside me like my BFF. Right, and then me and BK can go out.
Yeah,
and
they want to make a party out of it.
Town, raise a little hell. We're going to the strip club. I don't know where it's a strip club.
Yeah, let's go celebrate. Summer's missing.
We're getting lit. We're getting turned up.
Let's go get fucked up.
In the night, we're gonna fight.
Summer's missing. Let's go get fucked up.
Prayer visual.
Vigil. Vigil.
God damn it, dude.
Shit. Oh, let me hit this blunt.
That is the last thing you need, my homie.
Why do I smell marijuana?
Wow. Wow. Oh my God, dude. Dude, I still got some wine left, man. You know what? Let me see something. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the panel. Go ahead and open up the panel. Oh, happy birthday, Fit and Kirby. Woo-wee. Yeah, we're celebrating Fit and Kirby's birthday. Yeah, so if anybody wants to come up, if anybody's got words, because I'm feeling saucy. I don't think it's a creator that's holding a vigil. I think it's just people in the community who genuinely care about summer and want her found. I think that's what they're doing. And yet Betty is trying to compete with them because she thinks that it's all about clout. Like those people don't give a shit about news cameras or anything like that. But I'll bet you anything. I'll bet you anything that when the time comes and those two vigils are for news cameras to choose from, they're not going to go with the Betty one. I promise you that. And she knows this, and she's very mad about it. She knows this, and she's extremely upset. Oh, come on, Winter Moon. Don't be scared. I'm even gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it. It's pinned in the chat. That would be awesome, actually. But the problem with that actually is I'm afraid that it would turn Summer if he announced that he was going, it would turn Summer's vigil into a circus. So I really hope that he doesn't do that. I don't think that he would. I'm not getting the vibe from him that he would do that. So, you know, I mean, that would be a really, really bad idea. I really hope he doesn't do that. Like, I will go fucking ballistic on this channel about that dude. If he does that. Now, I'm not saying like if he showed up unannounced, I think that might be a nice gesture, but even people talking about it would probably be enough to make him avoid going, you know, just because people will show up just because that might be a chance that he'd be there, but I don't want to see that happen. You know, there are plenty of other ways that he can show support. There are plenty of other ways. Oh, well, I mean, Winter Moon, you went on Laura's panel and you're traumatized from that, dude. Laura's a moron, bro. Don't let that intimidate you. Like, don't let that be your experience. Yeah, sending money to the Humane Society would be good. Heels in the air. Well, you've got at the one vigil, I think we'll be fine. And I'm just going to call them. Okay, there's the vigil that's happening, which I think will go fine, and then there's the visual that I have, you know, I'm almost certain is going to be a circus in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be streamed. It's going to be look at me, look at me, look at me, look what I'm doing for summer. Like that's all that's going to be. So I think the visual the vigil will go well, but I think the visual is probably going to go like shit. Dude, Laura made you feel stupid? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Laura making anybody feel stupid is it's like being in the Twilight Zone. Like, how did that happen? How did that happen? Oh, okay. Laura didn't make you feel stupid. Okay, cool. Good. Good to know. Well, Pendar, you don't have to be on camera and you can do it from your phone. If that ain't the pot meeting the kettle. Dude, and anybody who just jumps on this bandwagon to just kiss this dude's ass just because he's a fucking, recording artist, that's ridiculous, dude. Like, that's crazy. Like, that is proof as to why law enforcement said what they said, because somebody with a lot of influence, man, like, people are going to take whatever this guy says as gospel. You know what I mean? There are people out there that do that, and it was proven. Like, I don't take back anything that I said on any of those, on any of the live streams that I did talking about Upchurch. I don't take back anything, except for maybe that he was doing it just for clout. Because I mean, that last video kind of proved otherwise. It would be unfair if I were to double down the same way that I accuse these fucking idiots of doing. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. Something that it's fair to acknowledge, I'm going to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, but it's also his job. You know what I mean? It's absolutely his job to be a public figure. And social media is his thing. But I mean, I don't know anything about the dude. People are saying, that now he's getting sick of social media or whatever. I don't know anything about that. I don't follow the guy. Like, the thing is one point that I made, and I don't take this back. One point that I made that is, being a clout chaser to a certain degree, in a certain manner, that's his job. He's a public figure. So his job is to be public and create publicity to a certain degree. So yes, he stands to benefit from mentioning Summer. It makes him look better, obviously. Oh my God, this guy, he has such a big heart. His songs really touch my heart, and he cares about a missing child. But when I say that he's just a clout chaser, the way that I said it in that one live, or the couple of lives that I did, that's not really fair to say. Was he probably doing it to chase clout? Yeah, probably. But at the same time, I don't believe that was the only reason. It's not to say that he actually doesn't care about a missing child, because that last video proved that, like I said, he didn't double down and just go against people that were speaking against him. He actually changed. He did a 180 and said the same thing that we've been saying. You know what I mean? So I'm not like, so of course his job is to be a clout chaser to a certain degree. His job is to do things publicly that are going to make him look good and make his record sell. Absolutely. But I mean, at the same time, those of us who do anything on YouTube, well, I mean, obviously we wouldn't monetize our channels or we wouldn't be doing what we do without some dependence on clicks and views. So I'm not faulting anybody for making money doing what they do. I'm faulting people for being exploitive. And I'm not getting the feeling that he's exploiting Summer Wells. At one point, I absolutely accused him of it. And especially since he took the side of people that were absolutely exploiting Summer, that are absolutely exploiting Summer. So the fact that he did that and then latched onto them made me absolutely believe that. But I would be wrong to not acknowledge that he that he used his platform responsibly this last time when talking about Summer. You see what I'm saying? Now he didn't exactly say, "Hey, I was wrong." He was just kind of like, "Duh," like it was common sense, even though that common sense was not there that first time. But you know, it wouldn't be right. It would be hypocritical of me to not acknowledge that he said the right thing this time around. You know, so so yeah, I yes, his job is to do things for publicity. Absolutely, that's part of his personality. That's his job. His job is to be a personality. So showing the world that he cares about a missing child is absolutely for publicity. But now I'm of the opinion that it wasn't just for publicity. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And, you know, and I talked about, you know, him saying racist things and doing racist things. You know, I mean, don't do racist shit and people won't call you a racist. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Like you've got Confederate flags, you know, hanging around and you're taking pride in being a redneck and you're throwing the N-word around all loosely just because you claim to have people of color as your friends. Dude, you know what I mean? Like I don't take that shit back either. What's up, Pendar?
Hi. I've been trying to get your attention this whole time. Now, don't look at me. I don't have a bra on or nothing.
Okay. You can turn your camera off.
I don't know how to do that either.
There should be a little icon that looks like a video camera. There you go.
Yeah, I have the bullhorn Betty thing. The logo. I had a hard time getting it. Anyways.
Watch out. Watch out. She's going to sue you.
Oh, shit. Bring it. On my channel, I've done just a couple. I mean, I'm just starting to do some videos. And I did one on Dolly. You know, you were saying about he didn't have any Summer Wells in his title or description, but he puts it in as keywords that nobody can see. You know, the keywords that you can in there. He's got 28 keywords, and he's got Summer Wells.
So he's still tagging Summer just where we can't see it.
Yes, and 10 of his latest videos. You can look on my, if you look at Pendar, I'm not the person that's like the Asian girl. So, and then it's on, like
I can see you're not Asian, yes.
Okay. It's pretty obvious. I'm Irish, but whatever. And I'm drinking with you.
Right on.
So yeah, and there's a video there called Dolly. It's only 1 minute 18 seconds. There's no music in it. I pulled up 10 of his latest videos and looked at the keywords. And he's got Duty Ron, he's got Tiffany Marie, he's got
wow.
He's got Summer Wells, I don't know how many times, Candace Wells, Don Wells, Benny. He's got so many people in there, and it's actually against the terms of YouTube.
How is that against terms of service, though?
Because you're not supposed to like spam different things as long it's supposed to pertain to.
Oh, you mean like if you're not discussing what you're tagging?
Right.
That's against TOS. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know that it says that. Like when you go into the tags, that option, it says something to the effect of you know, make sure that now it doesn't say that it's against terms of service, but it does say make sure that whatever you're tagging you're talking about in your live.
I read it somewhere and I don't think I saved the link when I was reading it, but it said something about actually spam and different things like that, and you can't really use what you're not talking about or what your channel isn't about. Like
that's some bottom feeder shit, man.
Or whatever. You know, it has nothing to do with Elon Musk or Tesla. but you're putting it in your keywords.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
That's very informative. Thank you for that.
All right.
Appreciate it.
And I love your work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I wouldn't call it work. it's just fun, you know, but I appreciate it, and I'm grateful for all the support that I get.
All right. Well, we appreciate you too, Will. So
Thank you.
okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
What am I supposed to play? What are you guys asking me to play? I'm waiting for him to start. Now, again, the closest thing that he did was he came here to Tennessee, but you know, what did he do besides get the same footage that every other asshole who came here did and harass a minor for an interview without the consent of their parents? So what did he do productive at all? What does anybody who comes here do that's productive at all, except for maybe cracking cases? Yeah, it was super creepy, dude. Like, it was really creepy. Man-eating beagle. Well, and Cold Case Crystal, I understand that, and I understand that you didn't mean any harm in the process, but what you have to understand is that these law enforcement does not want people doing that. You know, law enforcement simply doesn't want people doing that. Like, you could be contaminating a possible crime scene. We don't know what law enforcement knows. You know what I mean? You could be, you know, you could be interfering with their investigation indirectly without realizing it. So we have to be really careful about that. What we need to do is just do what law enforcement, these are professionals. What law enforcement says to do is simply just like let them search. There's a reason why they're not letting the public search for summer. There's two reasons. One, because the decision has been made by people who are trained to do this, to leave it to the trained professionals, right? You have to respect that, right? One. Two is there's a lot of terrain that's very, very dangerous. So they don't want anybody getting hurt or lost in the process of trying to help find Summer. They don't want to, they're looking for one person. They don't want to be looking for anybody else. And they said that in a press conference. They said that in like 2 press conferences. So we have to respect these people who are professionals, who are tasked with finding Summer. They trained for this. Well, I'm glad you're here, Irish Eyes, but yeah, you're a little late because I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. And I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. Cold Case Crystal. I'm just saying, you know, it's not helping law enforcement when people take it upon themselves to come here and start doing their own digging, you know? Even though your heart is probably in the right place. I'm just saying the responsible thing to do is let these professionals do what they do and do what they ask us to do. Okay. Yeah, I see that. That makes sense. Like you wanted a time and see how long it took to get to point A to point B to point C to point D, based on the timeline that was given. I understand. That makes sense. And I don't see anything wrong with that at all. Good old booze burp Betty. Oh my God. She is just nonstop, dude. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So let's watch this real quick. Because it's not
would be honored to be.
It's not this kind of live unless we watch a little Betty.
Candlelight vigil that's happening at.
She said it again.
Come in, we have them. These will be going to the prayer/candlelight vigil department on June 15th. Department here.
Oh.
You know, we'll get that. It'll be just for us, the whites. So.
What is going on here?
His page or not, but we want to make sure that we capture appeared in decent shape. And he had discussed the, freshwater streams and things like that. And it, again, brings me back to animals.
Oh, thank you, Heels in the Air. Appreciate that.
Animals being taken care of. These animals are not being taken care of. And I'm going to wait, and then I just a little bit, because I don't want to.
They're strays, stupid.
If he doesn't, then I will go through the conversation Ernie and I had, and he can corroborate that information later. But I did have an extensive conversation with him yesterday about what he saw, what was going on, and what his thoughts were. Let me just see if he's still hasn't turned his phone on. Well, Ernie, we'll go through it.
Oh, so they exchange numbers. They're on that level. Nice.
Without further ado, I am going.
So Ernie Shell on this stream, I believe it was. He mentions that he is facing 5 to 10 years in prison. 5 to 10 years in prison. And then I went into another chat and I asked everybody, because they were streaming Ernie, and then I asked everybody, like, why is he going to prison for what? And they said for stealing a van, right? So Grand Theft Auto, right? So this dude is going to prison for stealing a van, but in this video, for some fucking reason, he feels the need to blame Benny. Weird.
Go ahead and start working my way into.
Oh, thank you, Stormy Nights.
Video.
I enjoy you hanging out too.
I went ahead and moved it to the spot where he's actually arrived at the home and has met law enforcement there. And I just want to show you, because I don't know how many of you guys actually watch his page or not, but we want to make sure that we capture what he actually saw, because this is what our discussions are going to be with Ernie here in the near future. So let me go ahead and pull it up.
I'm getting ready to call, guys. I'm gonna call the police right now, and
Turn yourself in.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm used to this shit. Hell, I mean, I was a bounty hunter for 21 years or 20 years. So I mean, hell, I'm still licensed, so I might as well be 21. I'm used to this shit. Hell, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing at all.
I wonder how many people, like, he was a bounty hunter, right? I wonder how many like people that were like jumping bail for like drug charges, like, did he capture and just keep their drugs and be like, oh, no, officers, I didn't find anything on him.
Thank you, guys. You have your driver's license, Ernie? Yes, I have my driver's license. You see what I'm talking about? Can we get these people out of here?
Can we get these people out of here?
Get them out of here, guys. It's all right. They're just trying to do that. They call the police on me all the time, so it is what it is. I ain't worried about it. It is what
Betty could totally kick his ass, by the way.
it is. It's all right. It's good. Up here, you're going to turn. Not yet. Just keep going. I'll tell you. Just slow down, whatever you do, because these curves right here on this hill.
Dude, I have a fetish for like female cops, man. Like, I'm not even trying to lie. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, there is nothing sexier than seeing like a cop uniform and gun belt just sprawled all over your floor. That's like a total sub. It's incredibly hot. That's all I'll say about that.
It's awful. Thank you so much. I will. I'm not going to give locations and everything. I'm actually going to call the police right now and make sure everything's good. That's just the way they do. We'll see what happens. We'll see. 1 mile on up. And there ain't no, you guys don't understand how these little small countries are, these little places are and everything. But up here at this sign, you're going to make a green sign.
Like, she's not even like, she's not adding any commentary to this at all. Like, it's just that Ernie likes her, so he's not going to strike her channel. But like, she's not doing anything in
Not sure why his sound cut out.
in accordance of terms of service. Except she just spoke up now, so.
Keep going.
Now that you know, I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward to where he met law enforcement.
Just calm down. We got to wait till we get to the station there, and I will. We won't. We're fine.
Like, let me address that real quick. Like, I am a very, very dedicated fan of Seinfeld. I will watch Seinfeld reruns 1,000 times. I love that show. And there was one episode where Jerry asked out a cop, and she I think George was like, what? Really? You would date a cop? Really? And he was like, yeah, I like the idea of having the law on my side. And I was like, yeah, exactly, Jerry. I totally feel you, homie.
You know, what about you remember that, right?
Sorry, let me pull that back. I don't want that on my screen. Sorry. Let me get past that comment. There we go.
Dude, like, do you guys understand the advantage? Do you guys understand the advantage of dating a cop? Like, do you understand how powerful that is? Like, like all you gotta do is call them up to get you out of a ticket. You know, like it's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Like, you're safe wherever you go. You know, you're safe wherever you go. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be a dick and put, like, you know, the cop I was dating in a awkward position, you know, but I knew that, like, if I was much safer and not worried about anything because I had somebody who was trained to deal with difficult situations, like, with me, you know. And if I got in a little trouble, as long as it was a little trouble, I would probably get out of it.
Like that. So sad. So sad. People see what I'm doing. Strike her, please. If she's doing me that way, don't be. Please, people quit messaging me, guys, right now. The police is up here waiting a lot of money, and I didn't get near as money that we spent. We went back and even had to get anointment stuff.
Yeah, see, Aunt B, you know what's up. Like, dude, and you, dude, like, if your son, you know, if one of your kids is a cop, dude, you're set, bro. You were set, dude. You're never, ever going to court for a ticket. Ever. Like, all that cop has to do is go in there and be like, hey, listen, you'd be doing me a big favor if you didn't show up to court for this ticket. Right there. If the cop does not show up to court for your ticket, and you fight it, but the cop who wrote you the ticket doesn't show up to court, your case is dismissed. That's it. You're done. It doesn't matter. Right. And all that person has to do is just go in there and just, like, during roll call, be like, hey, listen, you wrote this person a ticket, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'll buy you a beer after work if all you do is, like, just not show up to court.
What up?
Here it is.
All right. This needs to get somewhere that matters. Oh, shut up.
Hold on a minute. I can't. Yes, that's it. Go ahead.
Like, why is she playing this stream? It's completely pointless.
But they said they waiting on us. They waiting on us.
That's law enforcement's food, folks.
Okay, wait a minute.
That these dogs are in worse tired of sense is mind blowing to me. It's mind.
Jake tells them they'd be all right.
It's mind blowing to me.
Exactly. I don't yet, but just keep going. I don't think I'm hurt.
Yep, I agree with you. Heels in the air.
It runs out. Right here it is. Maybe it goes around, and they're gonna be waiting right here on us. There they are. There's the police. There's the police right there.
And there's the dog.
There's the dogs right there.
I can see them.
They can see.
Kelly Green, stop being gross. Behave yourself.
Go ahead and pull up behind them. Yeah, pull up behind them.
I'm not gonna park him in.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's aggressive.
It's fine.
It's aggressive. Listen to the person that's driving, dude.
It's fine.
Listen to them.
You're
because
fine.
this isn't going to turn out well for you.
Give me my flashlight. Yeah, give me. You don't have it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yes. Ain't nobody in the car. Tell me the lie.
Is he out there fucking with a cop car? Is that what he's doing right now?
My tires are sure.
So, yeah.
Dude, that's
let's just put this up here.
That's a puppy.
That is very sweet. You know, it really is. I am, very thankful for the people that jumped in to help these animals. This is a problem, okay?
It's
and there is
not
no
a
way.
problem.
I mean, you've got all this community. The idea that Candace is taking care of these animals.
Totally, Donald Duck. Like, easy solution, right? You live in a house, right? It's your house, right? Like, you're so concerned for these animals. Why don't you just take them in and feed them? And then, or, you know, at least temporarily, and find them homes. Betty, why don't you do that?
And people are trying to peddle that nonsense is mind-blowing to me. It's
Mind-blowing.
These dogs, if they were well taken care of, they wouldn't be in the condition that they're in. Just because one or two of them are surviving better than the rest of them doesn't mean that they are being well taken cared for. We have an outcry.
There's not anyone's responsibility to make sure that they're taken care of. They're stray dogs, they're animals, they're strays. Okay? That means that they are not owned by anyone. Sometimes Don and Candace would do the right thing and go to the Humane Society because they're poor, and go out of their way and go to the Humane Society and get food for those dogs. Sometimes, which is more than they were obligated to do. Those dogs are not anyone's responsibility.
In Rogersville, as well as the rest of the country, trying to make sure that these animals are taken care of. Who's doing it? Not Candace, not Grandis. Everyone else. And I'm tired of the misinformation being peddled across YouTube.
You mean the misinformation coming straight from the Humane Society, making public statements saying that certain YouTubers are accusing us of not taking care of these animals, when these animals, all you got to do is watch Toast's latest videos about this. It's 100% informative. That's all you got to do. Watch Toast's video about this, and you'll see everything.
And other places. You have to be present to take care of your animals. We all know Candace has
they're
not
not
been
their
at this
animals.
house for at least a month.
They're not their animals.
It is no wonder that these dogs are in worse condition than they currently are. And it's probably because of the Water Creek and because of the wildlife in and around this area that these dogs have been able to survive.
He gave them food. He brought them food.
That's because they're stray dogs, by the way. That's how they're able to survive, because they know how.
Law enforcement brought that food for them animals to eat. Law enforcement.
Yeah.
Thank you, law enforcement. We back the blue here. I know we're critical at times, but at the end of the day, we are a law and order channel. We love law enforcement. We think that it is a thankless job in many cases. We support, and we just want law enforcement.
This lady's so full of shit.
Continue to do what they're doing and to do better.
Hey, continue to do what you're doing, but do better. This lady's so full of shit, bro. Interesting. She doesn't have one. She doesn't have one. Oh my God, dude. She's gonna make me fucking fall
Thank
asleep.
you, honey.
Hold on, this asshole joined the.
Might have to accept the.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, got it.
Got it. Oh my God.
Good deal. Good deal.
So
let me
your video of your encounter with law enforcement, and we're talking about, you potentially being set up, and whether or not that truly was Candace that called in or somebody acting as Candace. Did we ever find out that?
No, I think it was Candace. They did, the law enforcement on top
Big
did tell me that
shocker.
it was Candace, and I have a friend over that area who is in law enforcement, and he said that the woman that called in sounded like Candace. So, they have to go by it was Candace.
Gotcha.
I just got out of court.
Oh, I thought you didn't have to go until 1.
No, I just got out. It was 9 o'clock. The other one was 1. And on account of all this bullying and stuff and what happened with people setting people up and stuff, pretty much like the following, the stalking.
Aunt B, please. Please. Okay. So Aunt B is up here telling me in my chat that Don and Candace's entire priorities are messed up. That may be true, but not not when it comes to this particular scenario. Okay. Basic life decisions, raising children, being responsible for pets. Okay. Stray or not, this is the point you're making. Stray or not, if they fed them once, the dogs think they found a home. So, okay. So, and no, they don't think that they found a home. Dogs don't think that they found a home. Dogs think that they found a place where they can come to for food. That's it. They're survivors. Dogs aren't necessarily looking for a home. If they're used to being out on the street, if they grew up out on the street, guess what? The street is their home. That's what makes a stray a stray. Right? Now, if a stray has a litter of puppies, you can take those puppies and you can take them in your home and you can domesticate them. But the chances of domesticating a stray dog out on the street that has lived their entire life out on the street, the chances of domesticating one of them, very slim. If none. If not none. Sorry. So don't sit here and tell me that it's Don and Candace's responsibility because they found it in their hearts once or twice, or how many ever other times it took to actually go out and get food and feed these dogs. So don't sit here and tell me that those pets are their responsibility because they fed them once or twice. Don't give me that shit. All right? Come on. This is a channel where the chat has common sense. Use your common sense, please, if you're going to be in here. Yeah. Also a good point. Heels in the air. Right. Lady and the Tramp. Perfect example right there.
I just want everyone to know I am facing 5 to 10 years. But before, and if that happens, I will vow that we change YouTube together.
Wow.
The bullying principles of it. And I will do everything in my power beforehand, before that deadline comes, to do that. But yes, I promise you all, if Bullhorn, with your help, if you'll help, we will do what we can in California to get that change.
Yeah, there's something that's got to definitely change in the policies, because, quite frankly, the harassment, and not only that, but I keep wondering how many people we don't hear about that have lost their lives by the harassment online, and that's the untold story of the conduct that's being carried out here, and it is bad. It is bad. And I do hope that at some point, that is changed within YouTube's algorithm and design. Because in the case like myself, I mean, outside of Benny, in the conversations that we have related to Summer Wells, I really don't talk about other creators. I mean, TM, she, lashed out at me for no reason, and I addressed it, but I don't intentionally go out there and create the stuff. I will address some.
You do exactly that.
Just stay away.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You do exactly that. And this dude is like, I'm gonna be doing 5 to 10 years. Want y'all to know, and that we will change YouTube. And the fact that he's going to Betty to do this, right, tells me everything I need to know about this dude. I have not talked about this dude ever. I've always been curious about him because I know that there's been other channels that talk about this dude a lot. But everything I need to know about this guy, I know because he's going to Betty to change YouTube. No, dude.
But sometimes I find that by not saying anything creates a whole host of issues as opposed to just addressing the problem. And God bless you. I'm sorry to hear that. That nobody should be going through this.
Well, because
well, that's because Betty understands nobody should be getting arrested and going through this. I mean, it was so traumatizing for me to be put in handcuffs after every single time I beat the shit out of every single person that I've ever told that I love.
Benny talked to the owner and convinced the owner to press the felony charges on me for that.
So it's Benny's fault that you are that you got arrested for a felony because Benny may have added some influence to a particular to a victim, your victim. Okay, so where's the accountability on your part? Like, did you not commit the felony? Because seems like the DA feels like they got a strong case against you if you're facing 5 to 10 years. Because I guarantee you have either a public defender or your own personal lawyer who is telling you you're looking at 5 to 10, dude. So the only way that your attorney is going to tell you that you're looking at 5 to 10 is if you fucked up and they have enough evidence to put you away. It's not the snitch's fault. It's not even, Betty didn't even snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's not the person who may have influenced. I promise you, when you victimize somebody and then there's a question of whether or not that victim wants to press charges or not, somebody is probably in their ear telling them. The problem with you, dude, is that you're focusing on who influenced your victim to press charges on a crime that you committed, a felony that you committed. How about some accountability, dude? You did that shit. You put yourself in jail.
Will be facing 5 to 10 years. So,
and I don't feel sorry for you.
Subpoena power when you're going into court.
And who steals a van, by the way? Why did he steal a van? Who steals a van? You know who steals vans? People who are about to do some really fucked up shit and don't want their vehicle to get traced. People who do really fucked up shit.
And so I would definitely suggest you subpoenaing, even if he's involved and had contact with the homeowner, bring his butt to court, subpoena him.
Well, I will let everyone know I will be going to Texas and I will be pressing threatening charges on him immediately.
So
wait,
let's pump the brakes, homie, for a second. So you think that you are going to be able to press charges against Benny for what? For influencing your victim to press charges against you for a crime that you committed? That's what you think you have grounds to press charges on somebody for? Really? Wow, dude. Okay.
Stalking laws in all 50 states, I found out through my own research and dealing with this when I first came out
Hear
on
this
YouTube.
one more time.
And
Gotta hear this one more time.
And, you know, God bless you. I'm sorry to hear that. That nobody should be going through this.
Well, because Benny talked to the owner and
Benny's
convinced the
fault.
owner to press
It's
the
all
felony
Benny's
charges
fault.
on me for that, I will be facing 5 to 10 years. So
it's
you know,
all
You know what?
Benny's
There's
fault.
subpoena power when you're going into court, and so I would definitely suggest you subpoenaing, even if he's involved and had contact with the homeowner, bring his back to court, subpoena him.
well, you know,
And then do what? Okay, so once you subpoena Benny, right? Once you subpoena Benny and then bring him to court. Bring him to court to do what? To testify? Testify in what way? Like, where does she think that's going to go? Like, what's the end game, Betty? What's the plan?
I will let everyone know I will be going to Texas and I will be pressing threatening charges on him immediately.
There's
ASAP.
there's cyber stalking laws in all 50 states. I found out through my own research and dealing with this when I first came out on YouTube and working to correct it through.
Interesting. So I wonder if showing up on somebody's property because you happen to be a YouTuber and you're streaming content and harassing them and yelling through a bullhorn, if that qualifies as cyber stalking. I wonder if showing up to someone's job and costing them their livelihood with a bullhorn and streaming it and posting it on social media is considered cyberbullying. I wonder if that's a thing. Curious. Just wondering.
Legal action, and you know, it's a never-ending battle, but it's what you have to do. Long story short, him following you online is inappropriate, and you might want to look into Texas because that's where he resides. What laws and regulations they have, because there are criminal penalties for some of this.
Well, Benny was the one that called and he turned it in. He even claimed he got the reward for the van, the missing van and all that. I've got all that. I mean,
well,
you know, right now with the hearing.
See, this is why I don't like to call Benny stupid, because if that happened, did Benny really collect the reward for the stolen van? That fucking happened. Oh man. Oh, that is fun stuff.
Because the owner pressed it, I mean, the Commonwealth was going to drop everything, but because the owner was pressing it because of BK talking to him, that kept the felony. So I will do everything in my power, our network's power, and nation. There'll be no more friendly any more of that. I won't do it in a way to where I mention them anymore on my channel, but we will be pressing, you know, charges on BK immediately.
It's easier to stay out of the you know, like I try very hard not to call
This
people
dude is
out if possible.
This dude is fucking stupid.
Unless they're a part of the investigation. I mean, you know, if they've put themselves in there, you know, then I'm sorry, but you're part of the story now. I mean, at the end of the day. So
this is the most
you know,
this is one of the most asinine conversations I've ever heard.
I try very hard, but you know, even with the effort I put into it, it's sometimes hard to stay out of the drama. And because I don't address things publicly and don't allow them to get the fuel for the drama that, you know, brings subscribers to the channel, I think it's beneficial to do it this way and just stay out of it. And that's what I try to do. I try to keep to the cases. I try to keep.
But you never talk about the cases.
Point with what we're discussing, and people are going to hate regardless.
Bullshit Betty's covering of a case. There was a little girl whose grandmother made her drink whiskey until she died. And it's just really sad. It's really sad, and it's really sad. And it's just really, really sad. This is her grandmother. It's just sad. It's really sad. Thank you.
And it's just something that needs to be addressed in a courtroom and not through YouTube. So
Yeah, I know.
Really?
I know. And to go back on subject with Candace Wells and the way the animals and all
yeah,
that.
and that's what we're going to get to, because we had an extensive conversation, and this is, before you get started, this is the meat and potatoes that I want people to understand, because I was just talking. I know you were in court, you didn't hear it, but there's a difference between animals surviving and animals being taken care of.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what strays do?
So tell us what you saw.
You know what strays do? They survive. Yeah. Strays aren't anybody's responsibility, but their own. Okay? Because they're animals, and they have claws, and they have fangs. That's what they do. They're equipped. They're equipped in the Darwinian sense to survive.
In the condition of the animals at Ben Hill.
Well, the animals was frantic. You could tell they hadn't eat.
The animals was frantic.
Or hadn't eat. And one thing I really took note of is when we came back from buying all the food, is the police was already there, and there was a bag of dog food that the police had bought and thrown.
I was your average 28-year-old screw-up until I took a pill called NZT. Suddenly, I had
that shit again?
Every brain
thrown out there. And
people are saying in the chat that it was one of your subscribers that actually dropped that food off.
It might have been. I don't know. I just know it was right beside the police cruiser. I would open the door and done that.
Yeah.
And,
so you
I'm not sure yet.
You maybe jumped to a conclusion, homie?
May have been a subscriber. I'm not sure yet, but all I know is that the bag was open, the animals was eating, and the cat moved everything out of the way and got to the food. And cats don't usually eat dog food unless they're really, really, really extremely hungry. And that cat would not move away from that dog food, even when I opened the cat food.
Dude, a fucking stray cat will eat anything, dude.
He put some in my hand, and I was trying to call the kitty cat up there. It wouldn't. So I put some in my hand, and I held it down there. And you could just tell the cat didn't even know which direction to go, which food it wanted the most, because it was so hungry. It wanted to stay to its directed.
It was so hungry, it was eating your hand. It was missing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And when I stuck the food up under its nose, it was biting. It was eating my hand. It was biting my fingers. The cat was and when an animal eats.
Yeah, it's because you had food on your fingers, dude. That's what cats do.
It eats like this, but the cat was just trying to put as much food in its mouth as it could.
Fascinating.
That's so sad. That's so sad. And then I talked to you also about the conditions of the dogs up there, and we were talking about Summer's dog, Yucky. And
Yucky, yeah.
You said it has a hole on its side of it.
It has a hole in the side of it. That's why if you watch my live, you can see when I kind of zoom down in, you can see there's like a hole about that big in the side of the dog. So I don't know. It looked like something got a hold of it, or I don't know. I mean, I just think.
Yeah, because stray dogs fight over food, dude.
There's a hole in the side of it.
Might have been another dog there. I mean,
it could have been.
Well, you think it was another dog?
Even their pack, if they need to survive.
Right. You're exactly right.
Dude, if a cat, cats trip me out, man. I love cats. And that's something that just I acquired later on. One thing that I realized about a cat is if a cat wanted to, Like if a cat really wanted to, like it could fuck you up. Like cats are way more limber and agile than a dog. And if it fixates enough on your face, like that cat will fuck you up. The teeth are sharp enough, you know. Now the jaw is not that strong, but the teeth are sharp enough to where they could just like just tear you up. If it was angry enough.
Out on that. And the thing about it is, you know, those animals was great to see us. They were so glad to see us. They was wagging their, I mean, they was wagging their tails.
Oh, you
I
mean happy dogs?
It was wild. I mean,
Yeah.
a cat in itself won't usually just like run up to you. You know, it will sense you out first to see, you know, what's good, what's not. That cat was all over. It was hitting my leg. It was hitting back of my legs. It was, and it was hungry. It was really hungry. It was really, really hungry.
Yeah, it's sad. Those animals, you know, I think anybody, you know, his heart's gotta, well, I think what pulls at my heartstrings the most is the fact that, you know, baby Summer's gone. Her brothers have been removed from the home, thank God. And then all these animals were left.
Wow. Wow, is that for real? JLR and Bullhorn Yeti are Bullhorn Yeti. The abominable, the abominable. How do you say that word? Abominable. The abominable. Is it abominable? It's abominable? Abominable. No. How do you say that word? The abominable snowman. That's how you say it, right? I haven't tried to say that word since I was like 6 years old. The abominable, wow, that's killing me. I'm gonna have to, yeah, hold on. Somebody in chat's helping me out. Abominable. Yeah, abominable. Abominable snowman. How am I like not, yeah, abominable snowman. That's right. That's how you say it. I was about to Google that shit. You guys are awesome.
And they were just being neglected like the children were, or if not worse, because they didn't have the comfort of an interior.
Why do they think that they can take credit for like they've never mentioned anybody named Adam P. You know what I mean? And it's funny because like, dude, I was sure, man. I'm not even trying to lie. I thought that Brian Laundrie, because that's too coincidental, you know. I thought Laundrie was responsible for the Moab murders, but apparently there's a person of interest.
Home, they're out there in that massive forest with God knows what around it that can injure them, and they were running loose and
aluminum,
in my opinion, just not being well taken care of. And every time we kept going back to the property, the dogs would be thinner and thinner.
You're a liar,
and that's just, you know,
and you're stupid.
It's sad. It's so sad. You know, those animals are so.
It's just sad.
And
it's so
you
sad.
Can just tell.
Jesus, dude.
I can turn anyone into a beach bum.
You know, somebody brought dog food or something.
Did that guy and that ad just say I could turn anyone into a beach bum? Well, good for you. Turn me into a fucking beach bum, dude. Please. That would be fucking great.
And they had, you could see where they throwed it in or they had it in the little crates. But where it had rained, it was filled up and it had dissolved all the dog food in it. So it wasn't even there. It was dissolved. You know, when you leave it in water so long, it just dissolves. So, but yeah, I mean, you could see out right off the bat, you know, that it was not a good situation. It was not, you know, it was just not.
But you know, and my redneck to red is, you know, stating, and we heard yesterday, I mean, what prompted my call to you yesterday is that we got notification that the rest of the animals are going to be surrendered to animal services.
Y'all think they're
or not
exchanging
animal
pics?
services, I guess the Humane
What do y'all
Society
think?
out there. I'm actually considering, many people know that I do a lot of political activism here in Manatee County. I'm
No, you
actually
don't.
considering going to their county commission meetings.
Activism means that you're actually getting someone's attention in a positive manner, in a productive manner. What you do is not activism. You're just out there making noise, being stupid, and nobody takes you seriously. I don't even think Trump supporters take her seriously. I honestly don't. I really don't. Like, I feel like Trump is like, stop.
And start advocating for animal services in that county, because I just feel like it's needed. I just didn't know that there is literally no animal. I mean, that's a rural area, but not even the rural area, but they have cattle, they've got dogs, they've got horses, they've got a lot of
I'm going to be fair and acknowledge the fact that I think that she pronounces that word better than I do. But why can't she pronounce vigil?
Animals out there, and without having proper animal control, those animals are at risk.
They're at risk of
Yeah,
what?
very bad.
Not
you know,
being
and, it's just a
they're at risk at what? Like not being euthanized? Is that what they're at risk of?
like I said, it's just a sad situation for anything, and any of them animals up there. And there was more animals, and now there are less animals.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
what people don't understand. Even I think the reason why I was so upset that day, that I got that picture from Jonathan, and what made me just go off and I was very emotional. I was really emotional. I was almost desperate, so to speak, trying to save those animals when that poor dog was killed. And it was horrible.
Wow.
It was a horrible.
Yes, it's horrible when a dog dies. Yes, we know.
Share that photo.
It's horrible. We know.
It's that graphic, and it's really, really bad. And I got to tell you,
Drive more carefully, Betty.
I cried. I know Jonathan was crying. It was just, it was not. It just happened. It had only happened in the last 48 hours, and that animal was gone. Like there was hardly
what had happened was
anything left in a matter of 48 hours. And it was so much.
Y'all in the chat are killing me.
We stopped, or at least me, I stopped everything and did the video and just was angry. And then I realized there's no animal control out there, that, the Humane Society is a 5013C organization, a charitable organization.
You know what's fucked up? This is fucking eating me alive right now, dude. Okay. Abominable. Okay, I got it. Okay, but why haven't I not ever fucking heard that word used other than the abominable snowman? Why does that word exist and seem to only exist for the Yeti? Hold on. Oh, okay, I get it. It derives from the word abomination. Makes perfect sense. And it is an adjective, and the definition is causing moral revulsion. Why? What's the Yeti done to anybody, dude? Causing moral revulsion. Yeah, I'm never using. I have an excuse to never use that word again. The abominable snowman. I'm not ever saying the abominable snowman again, except for the 30 or 40 times I'm going to say it in this stream. The abominable snowman. Dude, he's, why is he causing moral revulsion? I don't feel revolted, when hearing about. I mean, he's just a white-haired Bigfoot, isn't he? Right? Just doing his thing where he. Isn't that what the? That's the picture. That's the picture, dude. One more time. That's the picture. The abominable snowman. I can totally say it now. So fuck y'all. I can totally say it now. Goddamn scholar.
We are now advocating for people to support that charitable organization by donating dog and cat food to the organization to help them.
Or you could just donate the money that you make. You do that.
It's sad. And folks in the chat.
You could donate the money that you're scamming your viewers out of, or you could take the dogs in, feed them. Since they're domesticated, they're not strays, right? And they're just not being taken care of. You could just give them a home, let them in your house, right? I'm sure they're already potty trained, right? They're gonna just kind of ask you to take them outside, right? They're gonna sit quietly and look up at you, and ask you to take them outside, right? They're not gonna shit all over your bed, all over your kitchen floor. They're not gonna do none of that, right? Because they're domesticated animals that aren't being taken care of. And as soon as you give them a home, guess what? They're going to be perfect animals, right? So take them in, Betty. Take them in.
I will bring Benny up here. I'm going to let Ernie finish his segment, and then I guess Benny's in the chat. So I'm not bringing him up here while you're on here. So if that's his intention.
No, I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want nothing to do with him.
Why is she the bridge?
So, but going on to the condition of the animals, I mean, they were,
Who is that?
when you got up on the hill.
You're being streamed right now, right?
That's fine.
Well, you're being streamed right now. Yeah. This is psychic.
And they will have to deal with the consequences of that.
Oh, I can't wait for
that.
Betty, please.
Mm-hmm.
Please try to pull the same shit with me that you pulled with Toast. Please.
I don't put up with, and I don't care. That's just people can do what they want to do, but don't drag me into your BS. Seriously. So, guys, if there's calls in here that are being disrespectful to the people on the panel, I would do it for Benny as well as Ernie. Please time them out. If they continue to do it, just boot them, and they can wait 3 months and then come off the block. So, but just getting back to the animals, what did you see when you were up there? Let's just get that. I know you're going through a lot today, so I don't want to keep you.
Well, the grass and all that. When you first going up the driveway, you got their toys that was sitting outside. You got their little bikes and stuff, and it's the weeds are all growed all over it, and it's like, wow. And then it's an eerie feeling for people who ain't never been on that road and been up on that hill. When you first step out, it's just like, it's dark. It's very, very dark. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there is only one other place I've ever been to.
When you approach someplace that doesn't have street lights, like a private property and a back road in a rural area, yeah, there's not going to be street lights, so it's going to be dark. Just to let you know, homie. Just, hey, welcome to Tennessee, buddy. Like, the road to Walmart from my house doesn't have streetlights. Just so you know.
In this world that put me in the same mindset, and it put me in the same feeling mode. And that's when I was at Epstein's mansion in New York City. That is the exact same kind of feeling that I got. Like a loss of life, a loss of just a sorrow, just like a scary, evil vibe. When you walk up on the hill and you're going toward the hill where
This asshole just compared the Wells property to the Epstein mansion.
The house is at. You can just see that, just the proportions and the way the terrain is. And, the woods is, it's just right there. Everything's just right up on you. And you could just tell that a little girl did not wander off. A 5-year-old, a little girl did not wander off in that.
I think
It's too harsh.
There are coming up with the same consensus. I think that the blinders are coming off because the more people that go up there and see the terrain and see the foliage and see those types of things, I think they are coming back to the same conclusion. It's very, very difficult, and just because there's dog trails there that dogs can maneuver doesn't mean a person can. Doesn't mean that I can. Doesn't mean you can. Doesn't even mean Benny can.
Benny? What? It does mean that possibly, if it's a dog trail, right? If it's a dog trail, let's just be. I mean, obviously, everything that they're saying is complete and utter bullshit. But if there's a dog trail, right, and it's set for something of short stature, it's possible that a little girl who likes to walk around barefoot, who is 3 feet tall, could walk through those trails. It's possible. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm saying it's possible. So don't say that it's impossible. Okay? You don't know shit. You don't know anything about this case. Nothing. Like, they know all the gossip, but they don't know anything regarding, like, that would require common sense. Like, you hear something, then you think about it. You don't just take it and be like, it's great. That's information. Great information. It's not information. It's hearsay bullshit.
Keys can have a kid in tow and go through that terrain, and it's almost like a moat around that property with that creek. But even though there's not a whole lot of water in the creek, you still have to get down into the creek and back up the creek.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard, because if you watch Kraken Cases, she never actually went on the property. First of all, she's never been on the property. Keep that in mind. Okay? Right. A moat, Chronicles of the Shady. I love it. She's never actually been on the property. Now, Kraken Cases has. Cam and Allie have been on the property. Cam and Allie showed multiple different trails that lead to the main road from inside the property, like where the house is, like right by where the school bus is parked. There's just a very walkable trail to the main road. It's very possible somebody could have abducted Summer. I'm not saying that it's likely that happened. I'm saying it's very possible. So when idiots like this get up there and say that, oh, it's impossible. It's impossible. No, asshole. It's absolutely possible. What are you talking about? It's clearly possible. It's been shown. It's been proven.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's really, really,
it's sad.
It's really a bad thing. It really is.
It's a bad thing, right?
It's awful. It's awful.
I didn't know it was a bad thing.
When you go, one thing about it is when you're by the house there and you see the little dog house is right there beside the house. There was another dog in there, and I heard one like toward the house, but I couldn't tell if it was like in the house. But I think it was more up under the house, maybe. Like they'd busted up under the inside, but it was like in that direction. Of course, everybody was on YouTube and they was like, BK's calling the police, BK's calling the police. And sure enough, he calls the police and, or they said he did it. But then later on, the police did verify that, it was a female. That's what they told me. It was a female and it sounded like Candace. So, with all that, Candace's voice is very easy to find out. The fact of the matter is, the text message that I put up about Candace, about if Summer's to be, she won't be found on this property. Well, that raises a question. How do you know that? If you don't want to venture out into these woods and and do that, how do you know she's not going to be found in this area? Think
And
about that.
she hasn't created, like, we've dealt with a lot of missing persons. We were at
No, you haven't.
Miranda's, we were at Ruth Sakala's, we were out at Kathleen Moore and Colin Knapp, and people in their family.
She's not even having
friends would.
She's not even having a conversation with this dude. She's just using this dude being on here to fucking suck her own strap on. That's all she's doing.
Create search parties to go out and look for these people. To the best of my knowledge, Candace, Grandis, nor Don has ever put together a search party to go look for Summer. Is that correct?
Like I said, it's just
it is correct, actually. And I'll explain for the 30th time why. Okay, because law enforcement has instructed them not to. Law enforcement said, let us search for Summer because we are the trained professionals and there's too much dangerous terrain around here to have civilians going and looking for Summer and possibly A, getting hurt and lost themselves, or B, interfering with any possible evidence that might be helpful in pertaining in Summer's case. So yeah, she's constantly always trashing Don and Candace. And I know her argument is, oh, well, if it was my daughter, I wouldn't give a shit what law enforcement says. Well, that's what makes you a fucking asshole. Because yes, there would be a part of me where I'd be like, if my child went missing, there'd be a part of me that would be like, well, fuck law enforcement. You know what I mean? I'm going out there and finding them. But the common sense side would kick in, where the rational side would say, listen, dude, you're not a professional. These are trained professionals. Okay. They're not trying to hide anything from you. They're not trying to keep you from doing anything. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to do what their duty is, which is to find your missing child. That's all they're trying to do. So, yes, at the end of the day, at first would I be like, fuck, oh, I can't just sit here. I feel like I got to do something. Sure, of course. But the conclusion would simply be, shit, okay, well, there's a good reason why they said this. They're trained. We've got to trust these people who know what they're doing. It's just that simple.
Even the police. When I talk to the police off record and when I talk to them, they're like, look at this. They're like, look at this. They have never, ever offered to search. Think about it. That's unheard of. It's just unheard of. It's really unheard of.
I actually did a poll on my community tab that basically said, if law enforcement told you,
I feel like it's been a long time since Betty did a poll. Just saying.
Not to search for your 5-year-old child, would you form a search party or sit at home? And I think like overwhelming 91% of people would form a search party.
Of course, everybody would. Stupid. Everybody would. Why didn't you question that? Hey, even if law enforcement who are trained to do this would say that. Now, I bet you'd still get a high vote. Fair enough. Fair enough. You'd still get a high vote that they would form a search party, but that's because people are generally pretty irrational. Everybody's of the mindset of, shit, if it was my kid, of course, sure. But when you apply rationality and logic, and you look at the fact that law enforcement said, listen, the terrain is just too dangerous around here. we're going to get better results if only professionals search for this child, because we can't risk any of you getting hurt. Then I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to go, okay. Like, yeah, I can't with these idiots anymore, man. Wait, what? What's funny is Benny said it was beautiful, so did a few other people that were there. They said it was ugly, just gorgeous. Okay. I feel like LE treated everything like it's a possible crime scene. Yeah, they did search the house several times. Like, like, I'm not saying that Don and Candace had nothing to do with Summer's disappearance. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we don't know, and since we don't know, quit acting like we know, because we don't. Quit acting like it. You know, like it makes no sense that people like. It makes no sense that people do this. Yeah, nobody's been ruled out. You know, it's an ongoing investigation. We want this child found. I get it. We all want that. You know, we all want Summer found. But logic dictates that you just got to let law enforcement do what they do. They're the only people that are properly trained and qualified with the conditions that we're aware of to find this child. That's it. You got to let that happen. You just got to let that happen. Guys, I love you. I'm going to call it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure to subscribe to your clip channels, Heels in the Air, Chronicles of the Shady, Huge Anus. Like, please subscribe to them. They are great. They are doing God's work, if you believe in that sort of thing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it. I love you. We will do this again very soon, my friend.